Hello everyone. Today we're making this kind of meat. It's a version of baked pork for the holiday table. Stuffed with garlic, with prunes. In short, it's very tasty and juicy. A truly festive dish that's really, really meaty. Let's start by preparing the meat. Take some pork. I'm using neck, up to 1 kilogram. You can use leaner cuts, but then it will be drier. I prefer something fattier so that it turns out really juicy. Slice the meat into pieces about 1 centimeter thick. Don't cut all the way through on one edge so the meat stays connected. It should look like this, in pieces like these. If you cut them a bit thinner, not exactly 1 centimeter, but a little less, that's okay. It's not a big deal. However it turns out, it's fine. Now we need to salt everything. I've got paprika, pepper, and salt. What do? First, we salt it. Look, you need to salt each piece like this. Salt it well. Now mix the paprika and the pepper together. Like this. And now rub the paprika and pepper mixture into the meat like this. Look, just like that. This will make a delicious, juicy pork roast. So take a look. I have several recipes on my channel. Over the years, I've made pork roast in different ways. This is also a really great option. I think you'll like it. The main thing is to use very juicy meat, neck cut. So everything is salted. Now, while we prepare the other ingredients, cover it with something and let it sit and marinate like this. When you're choosing a neck cut at the store, look for 2 things. First, the neck should not be light in color, but dark. Sometimes they sell light-colored meat because pigs are fed differently. Maybe it's a different breed of pig, I don't know. It's because they're fed differently. So some meat is light and some is dark. You should choose the dark one with streaks of fat. Then it will be juicy, and the meat, the shashlik, anything you cook from this meat will turn out incredibly juicy. If the meat is white, even if it's neck, it will be a bit dry, like a cutlet. Peel a small head of garlic and chop the garlic. Garlic is always added to baked pork. Even if you really don't like garlic, believe me, in baked pork, you honestly won't notice that there's too much of it, and you do especially need a lot. You always peel 1 head of garlic per kilogram. If you have more than 1 kilogram of pork, let's say for example, you took 2 full kilograms of meat, then you should use 2 whole heads of garlic for the best flavor. Now for the prunes. Prunes pair wonderfully when we're making baked pork. You need to use pitted prunes, dried, the kind that are soft, you know? Just cut the prunes in half, like this. And then, you see, flatten them out like this. Just like that. And now the tomato. Well, no buts needed. Slice the tomato. Don't cut them thick. Slice the tomatoes thinly. And also, they should, like this, you see, hold their shape well. They shouldn't be too juicy, and there shouldn't be too much moisture in them. Something like plum tomatoes would be perfect for this. So I'll need 1 large tomato or 2 medium ones. What are we going to bake it in? So we're going to wrap it in foil. I took 2 pieces of foil, one on top of the other like this, and parchment paper. Take a piece of meat. Now you should know that 1 kilogram of meat will take about 1 hour to cook. So that's enough time for it to cook through well, not burn, and bake properly. Now take the bacon, any bacon you can find. Lay it out here on the bottom. I have some bacon left over from breakfast, and I place the meat with this side, the one we didn't cut, the one that basically holds everything together, right here like this. Place the first piece when you are ready. What do we do next? Take a small teaspoon, get some creamy mayonnaise, get some tangy mustard, and carefully spread them gently and evenly on. First the mayonnaise, then the mustard. Now place the prunes here. just like this, look, cut side down. Look how much there is. Press it down and cover with the next layer of meat. Now what do? A little bit of mayo, but this time I'm doing it without mustard. Some garlic. Just like this, look. Hop! And a tomato. Like that. Cover with the next piece of meat. Now repeat everything. Spread a generous layer of mayo together with some mustard on the bread. Look. I'll even show you exactly where I spread it, just so you can see how it's done. Right here. And we lay out the prunes and keep alternating like this. Cover with the next piece of meat. Look how it's turning out. Be sure to add a little bit of mayo. At least just a little bit, I guess. Maybe some garlic. And some ripe fresh tomatoes, you know. Look, there are 3 here. Cover well, stretching it out like this. And repeat everything. Keep going until you run out of ingredients. And I'm almost done now, really, just about finished. I'm adding a bit more prunes like this. Look how tall the meat has turned out. Now I'm adding the last prunes. I cover it with the remaining piece. Well, you see, I just cut it as it came out. So, hop! Now, what do we do next? Well, first of all, look, I still have some garlic left over here. You know what we'll do then? Since we have some garlic left, what we're going to do is add it right here, just like this. We'll simply put it in, right at this spot, right here, just to make sure we use up all the garlic we have. Spread the remaining spoonful of mayonnaise. In total, I used a large tablespoon of mayonnaise here. And that was more than enough for me to thoroughly coat every single layer, just as I needed. So, see? Take the remaining strips of bacon and carefully, gently, evenly, completely cover the top of the dish. Just like that, basically. Like this. Wrap it up. Let me tell you, this is already delicious. I'm looking at this and I already want to eat it. So, wrap it up. In this form, the meat can marinate in the fridge. You can leave it overnight. If you don't have time, cook it right away. Believe me, this is going to be so tasty. Everyone will say, wow, you're just a chef. So, look. Now what do? Press the foil against the meat so there are no gaps. And one more thing. Take some more foil. Take another 2 or 3 pieces carefully. Why? Well, it's precisely so that absolutely nothing at all leaks out, and so that nothing whatsoever manages to escape in any way at all. You see, look, just like this. See how it works? Right here, just like that. You can also cook this kind of meat in a roasting sleeve, but it turns out juicy as it is. And also, if you don't have an oven, you can use a multi-cooker. Just put it right into the multi-cooker and cook it. Delicious meat. I'm not going to wait. I preheat to 180 degrees. You can do 200 and let it cook. It cooks for 1 hour. Put it in the preheated oven and forget about it for a while. So let's unwrap our baked pork. What did we end up with? Let's take out the whole baking tray and have a look. Look at this beauty. Let's cut it and see how it turned out. So here's what I'll do. I'll cut it in half to make it easier to slice. Just like that. Oh, wow. Listen, it's definitely juicy. The meat is just so juicy. There's so much juice in it. All right, let's give it a try now. Let's taste it. Look at that cross-section. You can see the prunes, the tomatoes, and the garlic. Everything is just right. While it was cooking, it released its juices because we put parchment paper on top of the foil. The parchment holds it in, and it created a sort of steaming effect. And the meat turned out juicy because it cooked right in its own juices. So what now? Let's see what we've got here. Let's try it right away. All right, here, I've got several layers at once. Huh? Listen, the meat is incredibly tender. There's the sharpness of the garlic plus the sweetness of the prunes. It's just really delicious. Seriously, it's still really good. Juicy, very tender, really awesome baked pork. When you cook it, don't keep this piece in for more than an hour and a half. But I'll tell you this, there was 1 kilogram of meat here, so we're cooking it for an hour. But if you want, cook it for an hour and a half. But I think it's not necessary because it bakes, it roasts, and it turns out juicy and tasty. Well, it's cooking here. If you have a bigger piece, 2 kilograms, then cook it for 2 hours. Anyway, it's very, very delicious. If you don't like sweetness in meat, just use less prunes or make 2 layers with tomatoes and 1 layer with prunes and alternate them like that. Well, it's just incredible here, of course. I love prunes, tomatoes, and garlic. It's the perfect combination in baked pork. Give it a try. The taste is unreal. You'll love it. And one more thing, you can't cook it and then serve it the next day. It should be served piping hot, straight from the oven. But you can marinate it and keep it in the fridge until the holiday. That was today's recipe. There are also several other ways I make baked pork on my channel. Take a look. They're completely different recipes. Well, it's up to you which one you like best. Be sure to try making this version. I'm sure your family will absolutely love it. It's very delicious. That's all. Give it a like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Kisses love you. Take care. Bye.